When one considers the way human beings respond to authority, intimidation, and the delicate balance of power in digital spaces, one cannot help but reflect on how quickly a simple action, undertaken in good faith, can spiral into something far more complex and hostile. My involvement in this situation began not as a combatant in a war of words, not as a participant in an online feud, but simply as a friend acting to assist another. The act itself was mundane, almost administrative. I wrote a counter notification on behalf of a friend on YouTube, an action that is explicitly permitted under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. I had
Peace, everyone. Hit that like button and we will get into the show. But this is very important for you guys to listen. It is very informative. So I really want you guys to listen to this. Since a lot of you guys are going to be dealing with copyright, I did some research today with some knowledge that I have myself dealing with this on YouTube multiple times. Let me come on camera real quick. So yeah, hit the like button for me, and we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna continue playing the voice. How you doing? I'm here for it. So yeah, we're gonna continue playing the voice, and I want y'all to listen. It's a lot of education that's gonna be in here. Everything's research. Everything's good. So, you know, we're gonna talk about it. And I did send her a cease and desist from basically saying that I was out here committing perjury and stuff like that. So anyway, listen to it. It's about 8 more minutes, and I will be popping in and out just to talk to the new crowd. But it's very educational. Listen to it. It took a lot of time. So I want you guys to listen to it, all right?
no intention of becoming a character in a drama that would soon unfold, nor of drawing the attention of an attorney who would later use a live stream to not only accuse me of crimes I did not commit, but to threaten me, to misstate the law, and to invite her audience to investigate me in a manner bordering on harassment. Yet that is exactly what happened, and in examining the transcript of her broadcast, one can observe not only the inaccuracies of her claims, but the troubling psychology at play when authority, ego, and audience dynamics intersect in online culture. To understand the weight of what transpired, one must begin with the sector of YouTube in which this incident occurred. The community in question is characterized by conflict, intrigue, and a fascination with personal exposure. It is a place where individuals routinely weaponize information against one another.
Yes, and also I want to let y'all guys know, she called upon the sector. You don't know how the sector get down. Something to that effect. So by saying that, and you're an attorney tied to the Latrice Allen sector, where it's all kind of, you let me know if it get ghetto. We get wretched over here, basically. And I better watch myself. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. But we're going to get into that later. But I had to just pause on that. You're in the Latrice Allen sector with a lot of thug life, gangster dragon, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Where accusations lead to interventions from child protective services, where legal filings are leveraged less as tools of justice and more as tools of humiliation. In short, it is an arena where dirty tactics are normalized, where the social currency is controversy, and where escalation is often the rule rather than the exception. Against this backdrop, it is perhaps unsurprising that an attorney would find herself both a participant and an instigator, using her professional status as a form of armor and as a weapon. Yet the specific way in which she chose to target me was not only unprofessional but dangerous. At a key moment in her live stream, around the 23-minute mark, the attorney turned the conversation toward me. She accused me of having signed a document under penalty of perjury, a phrase she repeated for dramatic effect, and then suggested that because I was not an attorney, my action was somehow unlawful. She speculated further that I was not even real, that I was fake, and she went so far as to claim that I had committed perjury. These statements, false on their face, are significant not only for their inaccuracy but for the manner in which they were delivered. Viewers watching a live stream, especially when the speaker is a licensed professional, are inclined to accept the speaker's words as authoritative. This is authority bias in its purest form, the tendency to believe someone simply because of their credentials, regardless of whether the substance of their statement is correct. In this instance, authority bias magnified the damage of her words because viewers would walk away believing that I had, in fact, committed a crime, when in reality I had done nothing of the sort. The law is clear. Under 17 U.S.C. 523, A counter notification may be filed by a person authorized to act on the subscriber's behalf. This provision exists precisely to allow friends, representatives, or assistants to take part in the process without requiring an attorney. It is a recognition of practicality. Not everyone has a lawyer on call, nor should they need one to dispute a wrongful takedown on YouTube. The accusation that only attorneys may do so was not simply mistaken, it was reckless. And to claim that such an action amounts to...
So guys, I want you guys to listen, since a lot of you guys in that sector are going to be dealing with copyright claims. It doesn't seem like this is going to go away, so listen. I understand it's a little laborsome, but I want you guys to be educated on it. All right, I researched everything. I had the AI help me with it. So everything I'm saying is legally sound, right? And everything she was talking about, me being an authorized representative, nowhere in the federal statute says that a person has to be an attorney to represent somebody in a counterclaim. That's a fact.
Perjury, a felony crime, transforms the mistake into defamation. In legal theory, this falls into the category of defamation per se, meaning that the statement is defamatory on its face without requiring additional proof of harm because it accuses the target of criminal behavior. To be accused of perjury, particularly in a public broadcast, is to have one's honesty, integrity, and lawfulness directly impugned. If the matter had ended with a false statement, one might chalk it up to ignorance or exaggeration. But it did not end there. Only a few minutes later, the tone shifted from accusation to direct threat. At approximately the 28-minute mark, the attorney addressed me not as a hypothetical subject, but as though I were listening in real time. She said, in words carefully chosen to project menace, "If you're listening to me right now, sir, I would advise you to stay out of it. You're going to get acquainted with me and who I am as an attorney. It's not going to be good for you." The words themselves are less important than the effect they
Go
were
get into the
designed to
commentary.
produce. This was
Y'all
not
just be
legal
patient
analysis. This was not commentary. This was intimidation, pure and simple. It was a performance intended to send a message that by virtue of her bar license, she possessed power over me and that she would wield it if I did not retreat. Such conduct is deeply troubling when examined through the lens of professional ethics. Attorneys are officers of the court. They are bound by codes of honesty, fairness, and restraint. To threaten a private citizen with vague but ominous consequences, using one's status as an attorney to give the threat weight, is a misuse of that status. It is prejudicial to the administration of justice because it corrodes public trust in the legal profession. When the public sees an attorney behave in this way, they are less inclined to believe that attorneys are instruments of justice and more inclined to see them as bullies with licenses. The harm is not only to me as an individual, but to the perception of the profession as a whole. Perhaps most alarming, however, was the element of doxing that crept into her commentary. At earlier points in the broadcast, around the 10-minute mark, she encouraged her viewers to send her private recordings and material about others. Later, at around the 23-minute mark, she began speculating about my personal details, hinting that she might have access to my address and encouraging her audience to get to the bottom of it.
Get to the bottom of it.
In the culture of this YouTube sector, such statements are invitations to harassment. They are a green light for the crowd to dig, to expose, to threaten. This is the psychology of mob mentality. When one figure of authority signals to the crowd that it is acceptable to pry, the individuals in the crowd feel emboldened. What they might not do alone, they feel licensed to do as part of a group. In this way, the attorney transformed her audience from passive listeners into active investigators, with me as the target. This behavior exemplifies the dangerous convergence of online entertainment and real-world harm. A live stream may appear trivial, a place for commentary and gossip, but when professionals engage in reckless speech before an audience, the consequences can spill over into tangible threats to privacy and safety. The transcript reveals a pattern not of accidental misstatement but of calculated escalation, accusation, threat, solicitation. It is this progression that underscores the seriousness of the misconduct. From a psychological perspective, the tactics employed align with well-documented strategies of dominance and control. The first step was to assert authority through false statements of law. The second step was to instill fear through threats. The third step was to diffuse...
You heard that, through false statements of law. Okay?
Use responsibility by enlisting the audience. Each stage reinforces the others. Viewers believe her because she is an attorney. I am expected to cower because she has threatened me. and the crowd feels empowered to act because they are following her lead. It is a cycle of intimidation amplified by the digital medium. But intimidation only succeeds when it goes unchallenged. Recognizing this, my response was not to retaliate in kind, but to preserve evidence. The live stream was downloaded in full, not as an act of aggression, but as an act of protection. Federal law provides for this under doctrines of fair use and evidentiary preservation, ensuring that material necessary for legal or disciplinary proceedings may be kept intact. Each timestamp, each statement is now part of a record that can be examined by the proper authorities. In doing so, I rejected the fear she sought to impose and instead relied on the one thing that cannot be twisted or shouted down: the truth. What emerges from this incident is not merely a story of one attorney targeting one individual. It is a case study in how authority can be abused in the digital age. It demonstrates the ease with which misinformation can spread when spoken with confidence by someone with credentials. It illustrates the psychological mechanisms by which threats create silence.
We
And
almost
it shows
done.
how quickly an audience can
I
be
get into the
weaponized and
commentary,
encouraged
y'all.
to engage in collective harassment. These are not isolated dynamics. They are the same dynamics one sees in workplaces when a boss misuses their title, in classrooms when a teacher belittles a student, and in politics when leaders stoke fear to maintain control. The setting may be YouTube, but the principles are universal. In reflecting on this, one must also consider the broader ethical obligations of attorneys. The California rules of professional conduct are
Listen.
clear. An attorney must not engage in dishonesty, must not misrepresent the law, must not act in ways that are prejudicial to justice. By accusing me falsely of a crime, by threatening me directly, by soliciting doxing, the attorney in question violated each of these duties. The harm is not theoretical. It is real, both in the reputational damage done to me and in the erosion of public trust in the profession. When members of the public witness an attorney behaving in such a manner, they are less likely to believe in the fairness of the legal system as a whole. That is why disciplinary bodies exist, to hold accountable those who misuse their licenses and to protect the integrity of the profession. And yet, beyond the legal and ethical dimensions, there is a human story here as well. It is the story of what happens when someone simply trying to help a friend is suddenly thrust into a spotlight of accusation and hostility. It is the story of resilience in the face of intimidation, of choosing to respond not with fear, but with careful documentation and adherence to the law. It is the story of how truth, though quieter than threats, ultimately carries more weight. As I share this, my intention is not to dwell in drama, but to highlight the lessons it reveals. In a world where digital platforms amplify voices instantly and globally, the responsibility to speak truthfully is greater than ever. For attorneys, whose words carry the additional weight of their professional standing, that responsibility is profound. To misuse it, even for a moment of entertainment, is to invite scrutiny, accountability, and consequence. This incident,
Shout out
therefore,
to
is
you,
not
Try Me
just
Now,
about
for
me, nor is it
subscribing.
just about one live stream. It is about the intersection of law, psychology, and online culture. It is about the ways in which authority can be misused, and the importance of standing firm when confronted with intimidation. It is about the power of evidence, of truth, and of the systems in place to ensure that those who cross ethical lines are held to account.
All right. So we got that done. All right. So I want to give a shout out to everybody that came in. There's so many of y'all. Shout out to Annie, Vicky Gal, Try Me Now. Shout out to you. I'm here for it. We're going to put you in the blue dress, friend. Okay. Casey, Forgiveness, Indigo, Candy Jones, In the Know with Glow, Gibbs Girl. I think we spoke to Indigo, Erica, Miss Paulette Waters, Casey. Don't be surprised. I think that's Keisha, dark skinned Keisha. Casey. Okay, we see who else we got here. Diane Stone, and see if anybody I haven't seen. Talk to Tilo. Shout out to all y'all that's coming through. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Hey, I think I saw Ness here earlier. Shout out to Ness. Was in the building. All right. But anyway, let's get into it. All right. The only thing I was doing was helping a friend. I didn't go over there, getting into the girls' business and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's enough guys around here, with broken wrists getting into girls' business and getting into my business and stuff. And I heard one of them, the broken wrist boy, wanted, he basically was over there in her chat this morning saying he got information. So like if any information come out on that side about me, about like where I stay and everything like that, if you really don't know where I stay, you really don't know that much about me, most likely you're engaging with that guy, who is a self-admitted pedophile, and he's recently said that he wanted to stick his peen in a 3-year-old boy's mouth and hold him down while his transsexual brother that transformed into a woman, I don't know. Why he hold him down to messing with this woman's grandbaby, which was 3 years old at the time. And he has said a lot of sexual stuff and really is a filthy person. So that person popped up with what in the chat this morning, saying, oh, I got his information and hit me on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And the whole thing is, it's like, my opinion, I don't know the lady, but I'm just seeing a lot of vanity. And my thing is like, if you're in the Latrice Allen sector with a law license, and I'm hearing stories, I can't confirm them, and we're not slandering nobody. But you got a lawsuit, it fell through, it didn't go through, or whatever, you didn't get your settlement, or whatever it was, or you got a lot of stuff going on. But see, this is the thing about it, is like a lot of black people, we have a disdain for a certain class of people or a certain type of people that come from certain communities, that once they get their law license or they get a certain status, it's either they're oppressing us, or, they're the ones there being a district attorney trying to lock us up. Being a DA trying to get us locked up or something like that, or being that mean bitch downtown. I'm not pointing that towards her, but you know what I'm saying? You go downtown to the courthouse or something like that, and it'd be the judge, and be a black person, and they be mean as hell, and you've been wondering, why you got such a stick up your ass? And then it'd be like scenarios like what I heard, a lot of stuff where, white society is like kicking them in the ass because letting them know you still a nigga. You know what I mean? And that's not pointed at, we're not talking about her, just talking about certain scenarios, certain attitudes and stuff like that. And then not to mention these same individuals go out and gain a shitload of debt, and they're looking for all kind of easy ways out of, that debt and things like that. They want to get out of that debt. So, they're looking for like quick fixes and stuff like that. So let me go down. They're looking for a lot of quick fixes. And like right now, you in a sector where seem like there's a lot of women from their 40s and up, and she looks like she's like in her 30s or something like that. 30s or late 30s, something like she looks young. I don't know her that well. But what I didn't appreciate was all that threatening and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, lady, I don't know you. All I did was sign a counter notification. I guess maybe you was figuring that these old, ignorant black women that are comedians in this Latrice Allen sector, or that roast each other or whatever they do, wouldn't figure out that they have something called a counter notification. And if they didn't, there's knowledge. You know what I'm saying? My people suffer for lack of knowledge. And so don't be mad at me because I gave, the light of knowledge to a space where maybe they didn't know. They were scared of a copyright. And not to mention, you're taking someone, you want to go to court and sue somebody for $75,000. Okay? So and also you're a lawyer, and you're bound by the Bar Association and its rules and stuff like that. So are you going to court with your lawyer to do the filing? Have you got an attorney? You know what I'm saying? Because you're licensed in the state of California. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to go in there pro se, and you're going to sue some mom. You know what I'm saying? Look like the typical mom. Yeah, she may talk sassy or whatever. You're going to take some working class woman to court because they use a screenshot of a U-Haul and some apartments that I don't know if you live there or not. You know what I mean? But just basically giving critique, which falls under, the Federal Copyright Fair Use Act. You know what I mean? Giving criticism, news, reporting, things like that. Minimum use. If it's a screenshot from your channel and you maybe did an hour-long thing and you got like, person took 1 second of your video as a screenshot, that's not the whole work. That is like a split second. I mean, are you like just intimidating? Are you just like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I did some foolish shit like that last year. I took somebody just had a picture of me. I didn't like them. Yeah, I struck them. They hit me with the counterclaim. Oh, shit. Ran down to the courthouse. Now, one case against the Jane Doe chick was legitimate. But the second one, when I thought about it, I let it fall through because what I look like going to court because somebody got a screenshot of like really like of me. You know what I mean? And I'm on social media or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can do what you want, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You can still sue in state court and things like that. But to take somebody to court for $75,000 and have a jury trial, and you're going to sit there and like, yeah, this lady took a screenshot jury, and it's my property and my work, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And, a working class person like, okay, this attorney that's running around here using Esquire, all the time in a roasting sector and even flex that attorney power on me today. You know what I mean? You're like, and all I did was just write a counter notification. And then that counter notification, let me go to it right now. Let me go to the counter notification right now. And I'm going to just read it out to you what I wrote. Because I said, when I talked to I'm Here For It 74, I was like, I put a reservation. The first time it got rejected because I put a long reservation of rights. Because when you deal with a lot of attorneys and stuff like that, and even judges, and even in the sovereign citizens movement, they tell you, reserve all your rights. Which is one thing you should always do, signing anything. You know what I mean? No matter what. Like you have a right to reserve your rights on any legal document. And so that's what I did. So what I wrote was, I declare under penalty of perjury that the information in this counter notification is accurate and I'm authorized to act on behalf of the YouTube channel owner. What adhesion contracts or any other type of contracts I have made with you where I got to do anything other than provide that the counter notification is, I'm writing the counter notification. I swear on the penalty of perjury that the information is here, that we are basically, I'm just swearing under oath that it was, we believe that it was taken down under false pretenses because it fell under fair use. And the fair use that was, it was transformative purposes. The video reconstitutes brief excerpts of the claimant's public content for distinct purposes of commentary and criticism, changing the meaning and purpose of the original. And we also put case law, Campbell versus Ackclough. All right. The nature of the work. The source is opinionated, based, and voluntary placed in the public sphere, which receive less restrictive protection in commentary context. 3, limited amount of use. The minimum excerpts, which was 1 second, okay? The minimum excerpts necessary to make the critical point were included, avoiding reproduction of the word core expression. And also the final, what money did you lose? How much money did you lose? All right. This was what I put in the counter notification for I'm Here For. What money? What was the market harm to your channel? You don't have 10,000 subs. You go live. I looked at the channel. She does like maybe like 1,900 views or something like that, and maybe she gets some boom like a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? But as of recent today, she got like 1,300 views in the morning. Like, okay, like, are you making hundreds of thousands? How much money? So you're gonna go into court and say, I got $75,000 worth of damages because this person used a screenshot of something that's not even embarrassing. It's just showing a U-Haul in an apartment. You know what I mean? The likelihood of your case is to win is nil. You know what I mean? That's just what that is. All right, so let's go to it, right? So my name came up in her stream at the 1 minute, 30-minute mark this morning. You know what I mean? And under USC, under 17 USC 512, anyone authorized to act on the behalf of the owner of the accused infringer can file. That's it. It doesn't specify that I got to be an attorney. It doesn't say that I got to like have a law license and all this kind of stuff. And you're an educated person and you're putting out this stuff about, law, and it's inaccurate. You know what I mean? We had this debate in other sectors. Like, for example, like two or 3 weeks ago, it's in a beef sector got people that's educated, that's, you know what I mean? A lot of subscribers, if there was something that was like wrong with the authorized representative thing, trust me, a lot of people, including myself, would have been in trouble a long time ago. And also at the 10-minute mark of her video, she encourages people to send information implying doxing. So it's like, yeah, she don't know much about me and blah, blah, blah. And then someone saying, yeah, I got information on Octavius. So what other information do you need on me as a professional? You know what I mean? To like, what information you need on me outside of like, I sent you my information in a kind of notification. If you want to contact me, you freely have my email. All right? You have my email. You want to know something about me, you can talk to me. Why do you got to get Negroes, you know what I'm saying, messy ass Negroes to go about looking for my information? For what? You know what I mean? Unless you're like trying to like do some weird, wild stuff to me. And also saying, I'm going to find out about this sector, which is the Latrice Allen sector. So the Latrice Allen sector, just like a lot of sectors, have a reputation of what they do on here. Doxing, they make wellness checks, CPS calls, any kind of thing. You know, so basically harassment outside of the sphere of just going back and forth, or roasting. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. All right. All right. At the 23-minute mark, 41 seconds, she accused me of perjury. Okay. Perjury under 18 USC 1621 requires lying under oath federal procedure. Filing a DNC counter notification isn't under oath in court. It is an administrative filing. Okay? It is legally impossible for me to commit perjury. That's a form of slander on my person from her. All right? So like the ladies over there are making up all kind of shit. I guess you want to take advantage. Maybe you want to take advantage. I don't know. I mean, were you trying to take advantage? Put it in question form. Were you trying to take advantage of the old little ladies in the Latrice Allen sector? You know what I mean? With your attorney power or whatever, and whatever you was going to do. I mean, I'm asking a question in question form. All right. I'm not making no accusations about this lady. But I did not commit perjury, and you were lying to your crowd. That's what I will say. I mean, prove to them, attorney, that I lied under oath. Okay? Okay, at the 28-minute mark, to 23 seconds, she threatened, said, it's not going to be good for you. So I downloaded the whole live, downloaded the transcript of the live. You know what I mean? So that way, like, you know what I mean? And I'm going to keep my hands clean dealing with this lady. You know what I mean? Because, like, this kind of person, I've been to Bethune, and I got friends that's doctors and lawyers and stuff that went up and got their stuff. Some of them doing good. And some of them, like when they struggled, they got into it with the white man, and the white man basically like kicked them out of grace. They become bitter. You know what I'm saying? Or they can't really practice law, or they can't practice medicine, or whatever. They become bitter, and they, hey, but you want to feel like somebody somewhere. You know what I mean? I guess go to some sector where there's older women that are like maybe 20 years older than you, and you could feel big. I don't know. I mean, is that? I don't know. I'm making an assumption, and I'm not speaking to you directly. Okay. Okay. So at the 6 to 8 minute mark, authority bias. You know what I'm saying? People believe her because she's a lawyer. Okay. Fear tactics. You'll get acquainted with me. Okay. What they're supposed to mean? Why I want to get acquainted with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't you got like a nigga? You got a husband or something like that? I mean, leave me alone. She was also calling into her chats, asking them to dig up info, weaponizing her audience. You know what I'm saying? And what did we else go down here? So I got everything outlined that I want to talk about. All right. So she wants to sue damages in federal court for $75,000. Okay. Fair use under 17 USC 107 protects commentary, criticism, news reporting. A single screenshot is minimum use. Okay. Now, what they do on YouTube is with the strikes and things like that. Like, you should have insured the nigga. Like, if you want to be a slimy nigga, you know what I mean? Like, I did some slimy things, you know what I'm saying, to some slimy people in the past. Okay? But they were well deserving of it because they had did certain things like go to my Facebook page from years ago, pull up my dead father and put it up there. That was the first strike that nigga got. Okay? Yes, I was motivated. You know what I mean? And kind of find I had a lot of my stuff up there. They didn't know about counter notifications. They lost their pages. You know what I'm saying? And that was good riddance. They was outside of the 10 days at that point. They lost their pages. Okay. Okay, now we just talking about the merits of the suit. A single screenshot is minimum use. Okay. Commentary about moving, transformative use. Okay, person can make commentary. Market harm. How much money did you lose? Okay. And if you did win, you know what I mean? Are you gonna like what are you gonna gain? Like, people are like, okay, if you go before a jury trial, you got a working class citizen, and you're an attorney, and you want $75,000 out of them. You know what I mean? It's not. It's kind of like the likelihood of your case going somewhere is, it's bullshit. Okay. So, and we're gonna go to another part. All right, so we're gonna talk about why attorneys are held to a higher standard, and that's my thing too. So you're gonna walk into a federal court, file pro se, and when you are a member of the bar, I mean, that just go for any lawyer. You know what I mean? You're supposed to go like have your attorney and stuff like that, do all of that. So I guess you're gonna go in federal court, you know what I mean, and you're gonna file pro se, you know what I mean, as a state attorney, and sue some people in your sector where everybody's messy and do all that bullshit. Okay. Okay. So attorneys are held to a higher standard under the ABA model rules of professional conduct and state bar rules like California Rule 8.4. Y'all write that down. Okay. If you flex your law license to intimidate or inform inform, you cross ethic lines. Okay. So what she's doing is like what she may be doing. I don't know. I'm asking you, are you doing this? Because right now you're on YouTube telling me about your law license. Okay? I didn't do nothing to you. And this is why knowing your right matters. You know what I'm saying? Fear loses power when you know the law. Okay. And so, like with me, I didn't fight back with any anger. I'm not up here roasting her. I could definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? I preserved the evidence. I got the timestamp. I got every word that was said in that thing. I'm not finna have a back and forth with somebody that I can see. Okay, you're on the internet. You want to be a tough guy. You want to be that big nigga. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? You want to be her. In my opinion, okay. And that ain't slander. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I feel like you want to be that. You want to be the HNIC. You want to be her. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You want to get all these bitches together. Okay. In the Latrice Allen sector, you let me know. I'm gonna learn about the sector. So I'm learning about the sector. All right. So like today, I got falsely accused by the law licensed attorney. Okay, have y'all been accused? A lot of people are claiming that they've been accused. All right. All right. So I did also send her. What's going on, y'all? I did send her. We go off camera just for a second. I'm still here. I did send her a legal notice by email, and she told me basically, you know what I'm saying, like, nigga, you know what I'm saying, go see. And I'm just speaking ironically, right? Basically, you gotta go through all the law channels if you want to talk to me. Any more forms of communication is harassment. All right. So, but I let her know, so we got it on record. You know what I mean? Just in case some weird shit pop up. You know what I mean? That we did talk. You know what I'm saying? We did talk, and I formally let her know. All right. I formally let her know. All right. So I wrote to her. I write it in. Well, come on, camera. I'm writing in response to your recent live stream. Myjahnee is live. I just struck her. She was bragging about how she just struck him. Got a bitch together. You know what I'm saying? Like she getting motherfuckers together out here, man. You know what I'm saying? She her. You feel me? In which you made repeated false statements about me, Octavius, blah blah blah. Because you are a licensed attorney in California, your conduct carries heightened obligations under both professional under law and professional ethics. This let us place you on formal notice that the statements and actions towards me are defamatory, harassing, and potentially violating of California rules of professional conduct. Okay? At the 23:47 second mark, you know what I mean? So y'all can go back and see everything there. Everything there. All right? You claim I signed under penalty of perjury in a YouTube kind of notification and falsely stated that only attorneys may serve as representatives. Okay? You further speculated that I was fake, committing perjury. This is a misstatement of law, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, 17 USC, blah blah blah, 512, expressly permits counter notification be submitted by the subscriber or the person authorized to act on behalf of the subscriber. The statute does not require an attorney. Okay? Your repeated claims that I committed perjury or a fake representation is defamation per se, as they are falsely imputed criminal conduct. Okay? See Madison versus Marcello, 100 AD. We got all that. We got the case law there. All right? So we got the case flawed there. We just put it on notice, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so at the 28-minute mark, 23 seconds through 29 minutes and 6 seconds. If you're listening right now, sir, I would advise you to stay out of it, or you're going to get acquainted with me. Okay? And who I am as an attorney. Why are you bringing your law license to the ghetto, dog? Okay? I'm just a poor little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, y'all hit the cash app. Everybody is required to send me a $500 cash app. If you don't send a cash app, the like button is free 99. Hit that like button. Because, you know, if you're going through the suffering like Octavius Prime, and, you know, all that shit, you know what I mean? Just give me a like button and YouTube will do the rest. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got it. But, you know, for those that have $500 to send a cash app, send it. But most of you don't. 99.9% of people don't. Hit the like button. All right? Let's get the likes up. Greatly appreciated. Okay? So solicitation of harassment and doxing. At 10 minutes, 38 seconds, you solicited your audience to send you recordings and information. At 23 minutes, 41 seconds, you speculated about my account notification details and invited scrutiny of my identity and promised to get to the bottom of it. This is tantamount to soliciting doxing, encouraging your audience to target or expose me constitute harassment under California Civil Code 527.6. It raises serious ethical concerns on the rule 8.4D, which prohibits conduct prejudicial to the administration of justice. All right. And also, I'm a Florida resident, and I did reserve my rights. I'm a Florida resident. Your statement were broadcast to a national audience, including my jurisdictions, both Florida and California laws. False statements imputing criminal conduct are actionable as defamation per se. Okay? I didn't say I committed perjury like my nigga. I ain't commit perjury. And I'm speaking ebonically, so I'm not calling you a nigga. You know what I mean? All right. So, pursue civil remedies for defamation, harassment, and intentional infliction of emotional stress. File a complaint with the State Bar of California concerning about your public threats, misrepresentation of law, which she definitely said. You know what I'm saying? She definitely misrepresented the law, said I'm not an attorney, you know, and all that kind of stuff, right? And solicitation of harassment. Why do you need, if you got my email and all of that, you know what I mean? And I do have to update that phone number because that phone number was a Google number. I will update it if you want, but you told me don't contact you no more. So, you know what I mean? You can email me or whatever if you need anything about me. But why you want to go to, you talk to the people in the crowd and say, yeah, I got information on Prime. We screenshotted that. You know what I mean? We screenshotted that. We saw the hater. We saw the B-sector reject over there, the pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Who said he's a pedophile? And if you y'all want to work with him, that's cool. All right. Demands, I hereby cease and desist from making false or defamatory statements about me. Cease soliciting doxing or harassment of me through your platform or audience. Refrain from misrepresenting the law regarding DMC counter notifications. Comply with your professional obligation as a California attorney. Okay? And we also informed her that we did I did download the entire live stream on my computer, okay? In which I have the right to do, all right? And so we did talk, I did send her the web link, and I did inform her of why I did what I did, okay? The live stream at issue is publicly available. I got the web link there in the letter. For the avoidance of doubt, I have lawfully downloaded and preserved a full copy of this video in its entirety for evidential purposes. This preservation is extremely permitted, especially permitted, permitted under 17 USC 107 fair use purposes, criticism, and or on legal defense. Okay, so you basically were saying like I'm gonna find out about you. You're an attorney. You flexing your attorney license on me as a layman, a person that's not part of the bar association or whatever. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm terrified. Okay. And also it's a federal rules of evidence 901, which allows digital evidence to be authenticated and presented in court. Furthermore, the preservation of such material is necessary for potential litigation or regulatory complaints and is full consent of federal law. Okay. This is the conclusion of the letter. Your public threats, defamatory remarks, and solicitation of doxing are not only harmful, but inconsistent with your duties as a licensed attorney. You are now on notice. Basically, just letting you know, like, we just letting you know what's going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Just basically, lady, leave me the fuck alone. You know what I mean? So she did respond. And we're going to sum it up because, you know what I'm saying? Be careful now because they'll say, like, people say, oh, that's my copyrighted content. So I'm going to summarize what she basically was saying. Okay? So, which is sad because this is a black woman and an educated black woman. And you're like, why are you even around a space like this? Like, you don't see attorney. I don't see no other attorneys like out here like beefing back and forth and getting bitches together on the fucking internet. I don't know. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Nobody I went to school with is out here being out here getting hoes together. Okay, bragging about I took that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I struck your ass, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? In short. Okay. Okay, let me see. So basically, she basically was telling me I gotta like direct all my correspondence through proper legal channels. Okay. And she don't want to talk to me. And if I could try to contact her, basically, it will, which if the behavior keep going on or persist, she will not hesitate to report me to the authorities and take illegal action on my black nigga ass because I'm just a peasant ass, non-attorney ass nigga. And I guess she like, I dare her, I write her and tell her to leave me the fuck alone and stop lying on my ass and saying I'm committing perjury on her fucking platform. Okay? You know what I mean? It's disgusting. Yeah. What's going on, Rodney? What's going on, Miss Vegas? I'm here for it. Yeah. I mean, she basically threatened me saying basically it's gonna be consequences and repercussions for me just even just like saying, I mean, what is this? So, but it's unfortunate that we have so many people, I mean, I'm just saying, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know this lady like that, you know what I mean? But it's like, okay, you got the power to be a licensed attorney and shit. But like, why aren't you like doing something for the people? You know what I mean? But no, you want to like put like basically want to say because I wrote you, and if you go live on me and you don't gave me a cease and desist back, I guess if I contact you, basically you finna call the police on my black nigger ass, you know what I'm saying? And you a licensed attorney and shit. You know what I mean? That shit is fucked up. You know what I mean? And for me, yeah, it makes me question the system and what kind of fucked up ass people we have as attorneys and officials and things like that. And that's the whole reason for the Bar Association have a professional code of ethics. Okay? You know what I mean? I don't want to contact your ass. I wasn't over there. I didn't go live talking about you. I haven't been live in 2 weeks. I didn't go live talking about you. I just got acquainted with who the fuck you are today. Okay? You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about me contacting you. Not at all. But it's like, I'll be fucked up, you know what I'm saying, writing a letter to the bar, you know what I'm saying? Like, just saying, hey, this person is on here giving fucked up ass, giving bad legal advice to the public audience of 1,400 people today. You know what I'm saying? Letting them saying that you basically, in some kind of way, you got to be some kind of attorney and shit like that to be an authorized representative, you know what I'm saying, for a fucking DMCA takedown request or counter notification, or vice versa, which is completely idiotic and wrong. You know what I mean? A layman knows that. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, I wrote it for her. I just basically said, I'm here for it. I swear on the pen of Persia that I'm here for is saying that she believes that her stuff is protected under fair use. Okay? And then you want to take somebody to court for a screenshot and sue them for $75,000, which you said yourself, oh, you can go to the CBC and you could got all these, and you're also getting money from the public. You know what I mean? You're getting money for the public for this fundraiser. I guess you got a fundraiser for to go to federal court and make a court filing and shit like that. Now that's against, it may be against YouTube policy on that. You know what I mean? Like all those fundraisers and stuff, you're supposed to if you're monetized, you're supposed to let YouTube know that you're doing a fundraiser or even a giveaway or a competition. You know what I mean? Because YouTube has privacy concerns. Okay? So brag about somebody sent you $100 or whatever, and I mean, these people are weird, man. What's going on, Destiny? They weird, bro. So, yeah, that's what. I mean, I could end it on that, but that's one of the things that is perplexing to us as black people. Once we get a black successful person or a person that has made it to being an attorney, what they want to do, because white society and we're not talking about Myjahnee at this point. I'm just speaking in general. What white society does is it wants to tell you that you're still a nigga. You know what I mean? Now, whatever may have happened to her in the past, working with some kind of organization or whatever, or something like that, she sued, you know what I'm saying? She won, then there was some kind of like bullshit, then she didn't get the money and shit. It just giving bitter. You know what I mean? And the people on YouTube, the little black people, you know what I mean? Most likely this skin color right here didn't do shit to you. It was this motherfucker right here. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't being racist. But where's all that smoke for them? You know what I'm saying? You know, like, did they put you on your ass so much? Now you want to come out and be a gangster with this? You know what I mean? You want to be a gangster? You want to get old ladies together on the fucking internet and shit? You know what I mean? Because somebody used something like that, whatever. I mean, it's cool. Like, strike. Nigga do a counter notification. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? If you don't want to be in certain sectors, see, I really tried to leave a lot of the beef and shit alone. I have niggas that's stalking me. I wasn't even over in the motherfucking chat this morning. And some nigga over there follow me over to a whole nother sector that he don't even know nothing about. But he just hear Octavius name being called. You know what I mean? Like, I literally have real fucking harassing, stalker, weirdo ass niggas. I got a whole sector of them right now. You know what I'm saying? That get, you know, my girlfriend done left my ex-girlfriend done left the fucking internet. The niggas talk about them every day. You know what I mean? Talk about her every day. They talk about me every day. I'm everywhere in they chat, doxing. I'm threatening them. I'm doing all kind of shit to them. I'm just a fucked up person. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I mean? I really have real pressure. But like, when a nigga not fucking with you, don't fuck with them. I'm not fucking with you like, you know what I mean? I'm not fucking with you. I don't know enough about you to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you and your mom, I don't know. Y'all probably getting y'all ass handed to y'all out in these streets. Y'all failing at the word game. And now it's like, okay, you feel like I might have to do some copyright strikes and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, even with that game, you fucked up with that. You supposed to make sure that you got 3 solid copyright strikes on the nigga page, then ran down to the federal courthouse. Then they'll be shut the fuck up on YouTube. But no, because you got that one, you ran out there prematurely, didn't even with no game. You know what I'm saying? Ain't had no game or understanding that, okay, the nigga said, nigga gonna stream and let you know, I got 3 copyright strikes. They're fucked up. Then you run down there and then you put the fucking federal lawsuit on their ass after you got 3 solid copyright strikes. Because a lot of that shit, they get a shitload of warnings a lot of times. Especially for that community wall strike shit. Nigga get warnings for that shit. You know what I mean? So once you know you got 3 solid copyright strikes with a nigga, then you run out of the federal courthouse, and then you can have a nigga sitting on ice for like 3 or 4 months. But you didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You may be smart, book smart, but you know what I'm saying? Street game, you ain't got none, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Your goal, in my opinion, was to like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Shut these motherfuckers the fuck up. But you failed at that. You got 1 solid copyright strike on her page. I seen it. You know what I mean? And that's it. Going into federal court, she's still gonna be going fucking live, and she could still be roasting your ass until like whenever y'all do have a fucking court date. Where was the strategy and mindset? You know what I'm saying? You didn't have none. You running off. In my opinion, it seems like you're running off emotion. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I mean, if it was me, yeah, I would have ran down to I got 3 on you. Then I could go ahead and make a filing, and I wait for the judge to reject that shit. But then at the same time, do you as a professional attorney want to have, just like you search my name, I got two losers that I done took to federal court on some copyright shit, same kind of shit, but they were really fucking harassing me and my girlfriend at the time. They were like really just taking content all the time. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, like, weird, just a whole bunch of weirdo shit. I never seen nothing like it. All right? But I waited till like, okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Put a nigga on ice, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It seemed good about the copyright thing, but there's a lot of factors you got to put into that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of factors you got to put into that, especially with YouTube, things like that. Copyright, you know what I mean? I got 2 pages snatched from people, you know what I'm saying, that was playing around with copyright material of me and my girlfriend at the time last year. Okay? They didn't do the proper follow within the 10 days. They lost their pages forever after that. They didn't do a proper counter notification, you know what I'm saying? They lost their pages. Okay? But now that people are in the know about counter notifications, you know what I mean? It's kind of that if you are weaponizing copyright to try to get somebody shut the fuck up, it's kind of like, no, it ain't gonna happen. Now, I would suggest y'all don't use that lady's stuff. You know what I mean? Don't use that lady's stuff. Don't bother her. You know what I mean? Like, in truth, a lot of people that did use a lot of my content, you know what I mean? Yeah, like people had screenshots of me when I was a lot fatter. You know what I mean? Wasn't as well polished at certain points. It's embarrassing, some of it. But for everybody that has eyes on you as a content creator, all it does is grow your channel. So I would suggest a lot of y'all just ice her the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Just leave her the fuck alone. You know what I mean? Now, if her mom out here swinging and banging, that's, you know what I mean. Deal with the mom. You know what I mean? But that one, I would suggest just leave her the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Ignore the motherfucker, no matter what they say or do. Because we got black people that are professionals that want to come out here and like uh take a working class citizen to court and fuck up. Okay, I want all your 401k because you use a screenshot. And thinking that a jury of working class people are gonna like look at that shit like, okay, what was, you know what I'm saying? What is this about? Stupid. So let me get the link together. I'll drop the link for a little bit, and I'll see what everybody, if anybody do want to come up. But I'm not gonna welcome like, dogging her out on my platform. Uh, you know what I'm saying? I don't trust people like that. You know what I mean? I don't. So I'm gonna drop the link. I'm just getting the link together, y'all. So the link is pinned, and the link is pinned. If anybody does have anything to say, and we could get it in. Oh, I do have to grab my other mouse. That way we can bounce back and forth. I don't know why that's reversed like that, but the link is there. If anybody has anything to say, you come on up. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself acquainted with me. We have a lot of new people from the Latrice Island sector here. Shout out to everybody that's here. So let me go here, make sure we got the right people that's in the building. What's going on, ZS?
What's happening, little brother? What you got going on? I see you got a room full of people. I just clicked in and I caught the tail end of the conversation, so forgive me. It sounds as if there's an attorney or something out there that you're going back and forth with, or is threatening you or something. Am I right? Am I,
Yeah,
lack of
yeah, yeah, yeah,
get out of here?
yeah.
Wow. So
We
there's an
made it to the
attorney.
big leagues now.
Wow. Yeah, you
Yeah.
graduated. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So where does this attorney come from? I mean,
Latrice Island
group
sector.
wise.
Latrice Island
Oh,
sector.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so she down with the big girls. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's her beef?
Well, all I did was a kind of notification, and she was informing her audience that basically making assertions that I'm maybe committing perjury by doing a counter notification, and Shout out to LGI in the building. See you. Yeah, saying I was doing I'm doing weird stuff, with the counter notification. All I did was represent a friend of mine from that sector, and just write the counter notification, and I reserved all my rights. And I guess she's just bitter that somebody came over there with that information about the counterclaims, letting these women know that there's options and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it.
Now, you got to forgive me. Now, I've heard about this. I've heard that name, Latrice Allen. Is that the thick chick that be running around with a gun in her panties? Is that her?
I don't really know that much about her.
Always
I be hearing
fussing
about her
at
a
the
lot.
kid.
I be hearing about her a lot. I know she was like a comedian. She's like a comedian or something. Yeah, she's like a comedian.
I can't hear you.
I said she's like a
Oh, okay.
comedian or
So
something.
she's a comedian.
Yeah, and they made a sector
Okay.
basically around
Right.
her. But I don't think she's like active with,
Oh, wow.
with the people like that no more. They have their own. It done morphed into something that on their own
And
now.
so is this one of her fans or supporters, or she just jumped in?
I don't really. The thing is, ZX, I really don't know the lady like that. Like,
Mm.
I've been busy like doing AI and shit. I haven't been like running around here like I haven't even been in the beef or black sector hitting panels nowhere. I just been like learning AI and shit like that, and that's my only prerogative as of late. Outside of that, I haven't been out here like seeking beefs or nothing like that. So to me, it just looked like somebody that has authority, has a license, a licensed lawyer. She is a licensed lawyer. I looked it up, and in my opinion, it looks like, in my opinion, that she is involved herself in a sector where her mother's involved, from what I'm told, and she is using that information or that flex as an attorney to like be big dog.
Keep going in and out. What does that mean?
Yeah, can you hear me?
That you keep going in and out. Does that mean?
I don't know.
Now I hear you.
All right.
It might be me. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what's going on. So like, it just seems like to me, it's like she was thriving off of ignorance. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things about being an attorney.
Okay.
Yes, the average person doesn't know anything about copyright or like counter notifications and things like that. They don't have that much understanding on it. So pretty much I came along and fucked up her hustle. That's what, in my opinion, that's what I'm feeling. But I'm not making no definite. This is just my opinion. I'm not making no definite statements or slander. But it just looked like I fucked up her hustle with, you know what I'm saying? Hey, she was
Counter
gonna,
notification.
yeah.
So let me be clear.
Are you still there?
And you countered.
Yes. So I did a counter notification. That's all I did.
Of someone else. That's what I'm saying. So therefore, she's saying that your counter is fraudulent because it wasn't the person that she initially filed.
No, she was saying that counter notification, I did it as an authorized representative, and she was making the assumption in her live that you have to be an attorney, and that's not true.
Oh, okay.
And I read the federal statute where it shows that you could be
flagging people.
Yeah, like they just talked about that in the beef sector, and like trust me, if I was wrong about like representing Lemon, and hitting J Dunn, trust me, them old little ladies over there would have got together and they would have got my ass all the way together for striking J Dunn. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now I got it. Now I got
Right.
it. Okay. Yeah, be careful with them attorneys because they slick. Be careful
Oh yeah.
because
So
it's a
what she
two-way
did was
street.
I sent her.
When I came in,
I sent her a cease and desist, and she wrote back, basically trying to flip it on me like I'm harassing her. Like, you know, if I stop any communication, any more communication, she could be reaching out to the local authorities and all kinds of shit like that. But I'm like, nigga, I wasn't the one calling you. I wasn't the one like going live accusing you and making assumptions and soliciting the crowd for information about you. I don't give a fuck about you or where the fuck you live. You know, Octavius is gonna sleep very well not knowing who the fuck Myjahnee is. You know what I mean? That's the difference between me and a lot of niggas online. I don't give a fuck about where y'all stand.
right?
And like, what I'm gonna do with that? Like, oh, I'm gonna call.
What
Oh,
go
ahead.
what I would do, and this is just my best
You got your mic real loud, TX.
advice, and then I'll drop down and I'll continue.
Yeah, your mic is kind of loud. Well, I don't know. You like it's like burping.
Right, I'm on my phone. It's my phone.
Okay.
You could turn me down.
Let's see.
But I can't hear.
Oh, you saw it. That's why you can't hear me.
It's perfect. You can adjust it for me if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to reduce the background noise. All right. Yes, you got it now. Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. When y'all contact her, just be careful. Like, if you contact her one time or let her put it on notice about something, do not repeatedly contact her, because they can use people like that. They can use that to, like, you know what I'm saying. I just read y'all the letter what she wrote me back. Let me just go over it again. You know what I'm saying, the last part. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and summarize what was said because people can be slick. You know what I'm saying? Be advised, attempts to contact me directly, but not limited to harassment, threatening, defamatory communications will be documented. All right. Such behaviors, but it's like, now at the same time, I'm letting them know, like, I never came live, ever said anything about you. I wasn't accusing you of breaking no laws. You know what I mean? I wasn't accusing breaking no laws. But what you did do was say that I was breaking the law. And I'm letting you know, like, stop putting that shit out about my name. And you're a black woman and I'm a black man. You know what I mean? And it's like I said, instead of like being a watchman for black people, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? What we have, instead of our professionals being watchmen for their people, you know what I mean? What happens is we get a lot of motherfuckers that want to come back and beat our little asses, our poor asses up. You know what I'm saying? We got motherfuckers like that want to call the authorities and motherfucking law. You know what I'm saying? And put our black asses in jail and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you wonder why there's a disconnect between certain societies and the black community. It's that type of behavior. Like, nigga, where all that strength is for the motherfucker that had you in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Or was fucking with you on your job. I guarantee you, most likely it didn't look like me. Most likely it wasn't a nigga like, if it was a black man, it wasn't a black man like me. You know what I'm saying? My type ain't never redid shit to you. I ain't never did a damn thing to you. But what we get with our black professionals is oppression and shit. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker want to be like, I'm going to push your black nigga ass in jail, but you was just on your fucking channel relying on my motherfucking name and saying all kind of bullshit, but you want to use all the kinds of attorney tactics and shit. I'm speaking in general. I'm not talking about her. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make, like, cause what happened is, like, okay, you know what I mean? Most likely people like that go through all that shit where they get thoughts tossed around in their professional career and white people ain't giving a fuck about them, and they don't have a look of an attorney or a smart person or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, but they got their credentials. You know what I'm saying? What they want to do is basically they want to feel powerful somewhere. So if you want to feel powerful, going to the playground beating on 2-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? When you're like 35, you're a 6'4", 35-year-old man, solid muscle, and you want to go out there and beat up on a 2-year-old to feel powerful. And that's the knowledge gap between an attorney that knows the law versus somebody like that. I gotta have some fucking. We gotta have it where our people, our professionals are out here basically threatening to put our black asses in jail and shit instead of like helping us do something better for ourselves or helping the greater cause of black people in general. Now, if you have your mom online and she getting dragged and toe tagged and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, mom, maybe going back and forth and being on this goddamn you know what I'm saying, big girl shit, thug life shit ain't good for your health. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you are failing at being being her. You know what I'm saying? And you need to just step back from the beefing with motherfuckers on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I'm with you. I'm with you on all of that. Now I'm gonna give you my best advice, and you could take it or leave it. But you're an intelligent brother, so I hope, and listen to me carefully, whoever the person that you are representing in the counter notification, get it in writing. Get it. If you don't have it in writing, get it post dated for the time that you took that action on their behalf. That would be the only
that's all
thing.
documented. We good.
Yeah, yeah, that would be the only thing. I mean, the squabbling back and forth. If she come at you, you got every right to have an opinion. It's about opinions. Nobody can stop your constitutional right to have an opinion about this or that. When it comes to acting on someone else's behalf, if you have been authorized by another party to act on their behalf, so be it. It is what it is. So that would be my opinion in the whole thing. When it comes down to people with credentials, obviously this person has studied and passed the bar. That's got to be respected at a certain point when dealing with them. We got to respect that because they have an achievement. And so they have learned the law and they know how to apply it. So with that being said, my best advice, little brother, is be careful in how you deal with this person because they can and probably will use anything that you say against you in the court of law. That's the way the game is played. So keep doing your thing. Obviously, you didn't tapped into something. Keep your foot on it. Whatever it is that you tapped into, keep it going. Salute.
All right,
Salute.
peace.
All right, peace.
Okay, shout out to ZX coming up. Yeah, shout out to ZX for coming up. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. In the meantime, the link is pinned at the top. If anybody have anything else to say, please do. If you look at the Roman man at the bottom of the stream, remember how he just sit there? He actually is moving. Let me see if that's the one. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. So this right here, he's actually moving now. You know what I mean? We got him moving, we got him animated and everything. We done upgraded big time. So you see him moving now. You know what I'm saying? Got him, he done came to life. Alright? Alright, so let me see. I think I heard somebody in the back. What's going on, Mr. West?
Hey, Octavius, how you doing, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
All right, salute to you, salute to the black sector. I'm starting to learn the black sector, but the reason I came up was because Jay Dunn, and I just want to ask because I practice law myself, went to school for it. Jay Dunn is giving legal advice to some people on YouTube. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and you correct me if I'm wrong, is Jay Dunn an attorney?
Nah, she ain't an attorney.
And that's what's confusing to me because I'm like, with her threatening to do stuff to people's channel, um, I'm confused about it. So I said I'll come up.
Oh, so who channel she's threatening?
So apparently now she's saying if Cooling Channel, something happens to Cooling Channel, she said that she would make sure to seek legal counseling, which I found that
Oh,
weird.
so
I've
her
never
and
heard.
Cooling are cool or they're not? So I thought
Yeah,
they,
they are cool. And my thing was I was just confused because I'm like, huh? Like how would she legally represent her? You get what I'm saying? I'm thrown off by that. So I just, is it
yeah,
me
I don't
or
know. I don't know. I'm cool with Cooling too, so I don't know the dynamics of what they got going on.
well? See, my issue isn't even Cooling. It's just the fact of Jay Dunn really is inboxing people from that sector and making them think that she has some form of legal power, which is confusing to me. And I just didn't know if you've dealt with that before, so I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I mean, I like in the Mo3 sector, what they're doing is they're striking. They have a strike war going on. So Cooling lost a whole bunch of channels amongst a lot of other people. They keep getting kicked off of YouTube, um, for a lot of reasons, but I ain't gonna say why. Not on no
Okay.
stream, but they keep getting kicked off. And I actually talked to Cooling myself about if she wanted to remain on YouTube, what she can do to stay on. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, it's
Yeah,
just here and there, bro. With that.
and see, Octavius, and that's what confused me because, like Ken Nola, I never
Don't no, I
heard of.
don't mention. Don't even mention him. You can
Okay, I'm
just call
sorry.
him another
I'm
name.
sorry.
But yeah, I don't.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't.
I'll say K. Okay, is that better? Like just K? I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say his name.
yeah.
Okay. Like I want him gone just because of the stuff he does, in general. But when you got people like Jay Dunn saying she's protecting him and this and that, I'm like what is this? So
Well, see,
yeah.
a lot of people on the internet. What you got to realize is a lot of these people on the internet, they have, especially the content creators, have very tragic backgrounds. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
them will suffer sexual abuse, physical
Mm.
abuse, and that's why like normal people don't fit in these spaces as much because it is like the revenge of the dorks. So you have a lot of dorks and weirdos on here. Like you got a guy that sit there, like these women literally done saw that same guy you just mentioned said he want to do things with his penis to a 3-year-old little boy mouth and
Yeah.
hold the
Yeah.
little boy down and let his transgender brother, his transgender twin brother, rape the little boy. Okay, along with his girlfriend, and said that she want to open up her coochie lips and put it on the child's forehead, and they, you know what I'm saying, that to them all that dysfunction and things like that, that's normal. So yes, they're gonna stick together because they're like a leper society. You know what I'm saying? They're a group of lepers, out of social lepers. When they go outside, like for example, a lot of people can't. This is all Jesus right here. For all 340 people that's here, this is all Jesus. Okay, these
Mm-hmm.
teeth, Jesus preserved me. This hair, you know what I'm saying? Jesus preserved my hair. I got to comb it a little bit, but they'll say, "Oh, you got a boss." Yeah, Jesus preserved my hair at 40 plus years old. Okay, a lot of people they can't even do that. Come live and show y'all their face. I ain't no shot at you, Bus, because I know you be behind the scene. But a lot of people can't do that. You know what I mean? Because they're social lepers. They're busted. You know what I mean? And if you notice, it's a lot of these weirdos behind the black screen or people that's not. They have, for example, you're talking about Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn did a after school special about being picked on for being unattractive as a kid.
Yeah.
You feel me? Her
Wow.
ex-girlfriend said that she shitted herself.
See, I didn't even know anything about that.
Yeah, her ex-girlfriend said that she had shitted on herself on a megabus. So, yeah, of course, a woman that had shitted on himself in a megabus and that did an after-school special would be cool with a dude that say he wanted great children. That has stalking charges, and that has exposed women's nudes online multiple times. Exposed women's nudes, and even got another case with somebody where a person is accusing them of accusing that same person that already has done exposing of nudes of other women. There's a new case with the Judge Fifi lady where she allegedly exposed that lady's nudes. So.
See?
All that, like, I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is in the septic tank? Piss and shit. Piss and shit is in the septic tank. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no flowers growing in the septic tank. You know what I mean? So, for normal people socializing in these spaces, yeah, you're going to feel alienated because what you're going to understand is that this is a space for social outcasts to feel powerful. And that was even kind of like I was kind of tying that in because like we have a professional that had suffered all kinds of shit in her professional career. And it seems like she's like an outcast amongst the professional society. She's not well accepted. She made certain kind of filings, failed at lawsuits, all kinds of shit like that. So now we got all these social lepers that come online that want to feel powerful by fucking with people. You know what I mean? Doxing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And like, even like this turn, like basically, nigga, if you contact me, if you got anything to say to me about me talking shit about your black nigger ass, what I'm gonna do is call the authorities because I'm gonna say you're harassing my black ass. Harassing me, nigga. Okay? So you gotta understand the psychology of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, and the same lady was requesting information on Octavius. Like, I wasn't requesting no fucking information on you. Don't give a fuck. Like, that Myjahnee chick, I don't give a fuck about where the fuck you stay. I don't give a fuck about who you fucking. I don't give a fuck about your law license. I don't give a fuck about your history. The brief that I got today was enough for me. From what I heard from I'm Here For It and another justice. Outside of that, I don't need to know a motherfucking thing about you. It seems like you're a fucked up person to know, in my opinion. It seems like, you know what I'm saying, like for you to get a law license and shit to come back to the black community with working class and poor food stamp motherfuckers and threaten them with all kinds of legal authority and power and shit. You know what I'm saying? What attorney does that?
Right. It didn't sound right to me when you said it too, because I was like, huh? You hear me, Octavius?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, because which Molly is it? Because I'm wondering if it's the same Molly that be on here.
No, I'm in a whole nother sector, bro.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm the king. I'm the emperor of all sectors. Now I don't be in one spot.
Because you know he got a cult following, so that's why I say that.
Oh, I don't even know nothing about that.
Yeah, man. But all I came up with just a question on that, and just be safe, man, because the shit they be saying is evil, man. It's vile. It's vile. Yeah. Talking about your brother, your mama, and shit. Like, come on, man.
But bro, I understand that that's what they do, and it's just like with a lot of people in the street sector, for example. Let me talk about that. The street sector has at least 20 people in wheelchairs over there. Hyper obese people, like my 600-pound life, looking ass motherfuckers like Bob's Queen and Golden. You know what I'm saying? And
my bad, not to cut you off, but Golden. Oh my God, I was surprised by that one.
But did I call it out though? I don't know if you listened to my live. I said she give my 600-pound. I said she give my 600-pound life type of vibe. That demanding and that fucking cantankerous bitchy behavior and shit like that. That's that fucking shit like, well, you better get your ass out there and go get my motherfucking pizza, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta be like that. They're fat. They just sit. They're so fucking fat. They can't really do much for themselves. So Sheena was saying something about the big oak. She got like a brother, a little whatever. I don't know. But she was saying how this motherfucker sending her to the store, sending the brother or whoever to the store to go get candy and fucking Snicker bars and shit at 3 or 4 in the fucking morning. You know what I'm saying? And what some fucking 55-year-old fucking woman is laid up in the fucking bed eating goddamn Snickers at 3 in the fucking morning, other than a goddamn diabetic fat bitch that's pushing at least 400 to 500 motherfucking pounds. Okay? So, I mean, I was just saying, it just got that nasty spirit, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you're going to be attracted to filth. When you're that big, you can't get up all under the skin folds. You know what I mean? And you're probably a short lady, you know what I'm saying? You're probably that big, you can't get up under the fucking skin folds and shit like that. You know? So the street sector has so many like people that are like really fucked up. It's like a leper society and on certain sections of it. You know what I'm saying? This is the real street sector. Okay? But that other shit that they be going on over there, that shit is like some weird shit. Motherfuckers got all kind of like stage 5 cancers, bitches missing legs, niggas looking like goddamn Anakin Skywalker. He got chopped up by Obi-Wan Kenobi with a lightsaber at Mustafar and shit. You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker got broken, no arms and all kinds of shit over there. So it's like, yeah, these are miserable incel, femcel ass motherfuckers that, yeah, I expect them to be over there worried about my able-bodied ass, you know what I'm saying, with all my fingers and arms and limbs and my skin and teeth, all my teeth that Jesus I remember the other day, I was thinking about my daddy. My daddy had said, one day he said, 44 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? He showed me his teeth. 44 fucking years, nigga. And I remember that shit. I ain't understand, but now that I'm around that age, I'm like, nigga, I understand what he said to me at 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? 44 fucking years, nigga. All that shit. All these teeth here. Ain't nothing been pulled. Everything that God gave me, you know what I'm saying? All has God given me, I have lost none. You know what I'm saying? I have lost not one. Okay? Nothing been pulled, nothing been nothing. Only thing came out of my mouth is the teeth, the baby teeth, and I got the adult teeth, and I don't expect no granddaddy teeth. Okay? Since we don't expect no granddaddy teeth, we ain't too much stressed about, you know what I'm saying, getting some, we blessed over here. You know what I'm saying? Like what God said about what they said about Moses, his eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm able-bodied. You know what I'm saying? I'm able-bodied, got a full head of hair. You know what I'm saying? Got a full of teeth. Some of my ops so now we learned a lot of the ops were sitting up there talking shit, ain't got one tooth in their motherfucking head. You know what I'm saying? Talking all kinds of shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Calling me this and calling me that. But bitch, at least my internet phone is ringing. You know what I'm saying? Every day a motherfucker calling me. You know what I'm saying? And my internet phone stay ringing, nigga. You know what I mean? And a lot of it has to do with just simple like, damn, the nigga got all his fucking teeth. Damn, this nigga can turn his camera on. You know what I'm saying? Damn, we called him fat. But even when I was fat, all swollen up on this motherfucker like a year or two ago, nigga, I still came on. I embraced my fatness. But what I also did, I took my fat ass out and walked me for 5 to 4 miles a day and lost at least 150 pounds. You know what I mean? And showed y'all me doing it and continued to keep it off and eating better. You know what I mean? I recognize my downtroddenness. I'm not like certain people that was talking shit about me. I guess they was calling themselves dragging me with their illegitimate motherfucking ass stay alive for like 5 to 10 fucking hours and can't even break 500 fucking views in the street sector, talking all kinds of shit, called themselves dragging me the other day. I'm not like you sitting outside on the fucking porch, you know what I'm saying, trying to hope that you pay $10 a month to get your Xfinity Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying, you get a better Xfinity Wi-Fi connection on your goddamn cell phone. Okay? In South Florida. You know what I mean? And the pictures we seen, you rejected the pictures of yourself that your ex-boyfriend put out here. You know what I'm saying? You rejected yourself. You was like Peter. You know what I'm saying? You denied yourself thrice, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You denied yourself. You say, oh, hell no, I ain't that ugly ass bitch that y'all see. I ain't that big fat ass motherfucker 5'10" Goliath Fiona looking ass bitch. No, you didn't accept, and we're not talking about that lady that returning, because don't try to play victim. And he was saying things about me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This big black nigger. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. He called that proper authority. You know what I'm saying? We talk about another group of ain't shit ass people. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about that group of ain't shit ass people that we was talking about earlier. Okay? But yeah, we just talking. But I'm like, nigga, yeah, you talk shit. I ain't had to say nothing about you. And you was the one getting popped in a fucking parking lot, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't calling your name. You know who you are. But you was the one with your big fat 5'10" muscular 355, 400 motherfucking pound titties to your motherfucking knees, no bra wearing ass bitch. You the one got in that fucking car, you know what I'm saying, in that broke down Mercedes Benz that you was trying to roast your fucking ex-boyfriend about. You the ones busting it down in a hospital parking lot, lying to your fucking husband to go fuck a nigga in a fucking hospital. And then at the same time, it came out that you was the same motherfucker that was like, you know, we gonna get a few niggas right in the street sector real quick. Yeah, you was you was over there talking about, you know what I'm saying? Then talking about it was ghost. Then tell my girlfriend at the time that, yeah, motherfucker, her ghost. When it was y'all was fucking, your son that's special needs or whatever, he saying that he hearing ghosts and shit in the room as you're cheating on your husband, fucking a nigga in your fucking home. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, you're the most disgusting bitch in the goddamn street sector, to be honest about it. And I never came out and said it because I really felt sorry for your motherfucking big ass. You know what I'm saying? Well, you want to sit there and talk shit about me, motherfucker. And then at the same time, he had the audacity to file a fucking restraining order on your husband so you can bring your new nigga in to fuck him in the same bed that he's that hardworking warehouse working man sleeping in. And now you got him back because, you know what I'm saying, you start seeing what it would be like without him. I mean, it's fucked up. So the whole thing in the street sector where it was going back and forth. This person saying this and this person saying that. Man, stop fucking crying. The motherfucker was over there in love with, they was in love with that other chick from New York. You know what I'm saying? They was in love. You know what I mean? Now they're threatening their lawsuits and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? It did give like lesbian vibes. You know what I'm saying? Bitches got kicked out of their goddamn cult and shit. You know what I'm saying? And now they want blood. They want everybody to cry for them. I didn't give a fuck about it. I ain't go live and report it on the goddamn thing. I basically said, you're being a fool. For one, the skinny motherfucker was a damn fool because she was over here in my chat when the New York chick was saying that she ain't fuck with her. Same thing with the Benji dude. Benji was like, he don't fuck with her. There was over in my chat. I said, okay, you cool. Same thing with another person. Then out of the blue, I get stabbed in the back because you ain't part of the girl gang. And then go over there and then they use you up to do all of that attack dog shit, all that illegal shit, perjuring your motherfucking self, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And now, perjuring yourself, which, there's a lot of things I can do. You recorded me in chambers. I got that fucking video. All that little bullshit you doing or whatever. I just want to let you know you recorded me in chambers. That's illegal in the state of Florida. That's illegal. And I got the video downloaded with your web link tied to the fucking shit. You know what I mean? So I just suggest your goddamn sick ass, you know what I'm saying, go take care of the RJ nigga or whoever the fuck that wants to put out women's nudes and shit, you know what I'm saying, to get action on his page, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole fucking leper society. You know what I'm saying? And then, and not to mention, y'all over there listen to the goddamn pedophile. And then also, with the castle motherfuckers, like, nigga, weren't y'all the same people? Wasn't the golden 600-pound save my life ass bitch? Wasn't you one bragging about how you was y'all was instrumental in making sure that they took Sunny's second page and the other the stud from the New Orleans? You know what I'm saying? The stud that say he wanted great little boys. Wasn't y'all the same motherfuckers telling me that I wasn't the one responsible for taking Ken's page. Okay? And then Monday, I said, well, what come Monday or so, watch what happened to the other person page. It happened, and none of y'all can show where y'all did any damn thing. First, it was supposed to be about the Ken nigga. And then y'all was all over the place. But now y'all back over in the nigga chat. Like, make it make sense. Just a bunch of lost souls. Shout out to everybody that's here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. But I wouldn't go live as the leader of the street sector to report on that bullshit. Hell, motherfucker, no. I don't give a fuck who reported on that shit. I wasn't gonna give life to that shit. Plus, y'all had that weirdo from Virginia floating around in y'all chat, and she wanted to do an interview on some shit, but they needed my motherfucking ass to come live on my platform to inform the beef sector that some goofy shit going on over there in the street sector, so it could be introductions. So maybe other people from the beef sector would find out and go over there and watch and add more to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? No, I wasn't gonna give no life to that shit. Ain't give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers y'all didn't even get what y'all deserve from that situation. Y'all was out here bullying along with that lady. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was out here bullying. Y'all was out here doing all kind of weird shit, stalking people. You know what I'm saying? Stalking my ex-girlfriend and shit. You know what I'm saying? Completely harassing, looking up where motherfucker was in the hotel and shit like that. All that weird shit. But you know what happened when y'all went on vacation? No one gave a fuck. No one was there to dox or watch a damn thing what y'all was doing. No one gave a fuck. Because y'all bitches don't matter. Now that storyline played out, I mean, you'll go live because you're mad because I'm telling you the truth. And, you know, telling y'all about the facts of y'all motherfucking life like Rick Reed. Like, it is what the fuck it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Feel bad, nigga. Feel bad about it. You know what I mean? And the thing is, just like before, I just get summaries of what's going on. Really, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be listening to what the fuck y'all are doing. The shit old is tired. You know what I'm saying? Same motherfuckers want to stalk. Niggas doxing me every goddamn day. One goofy ass bitch got my full fucking name on her community wall. Like, and so what? You're a goofy bitch. Yes, you have to suck. You have to go out and try to suck off that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or use my motherfucking name for clout on your pathetic ass fucking page with your fucking like buying ass. Bitch went live with 100. Go live. You got less than 3,000 subs. You're gonna go live and have 100 fucking likes. Where? Where? What's going on, Tammy Marie? What's going on, Honey Gangster Goddess, Foxtrotter, LGI? But shout out to everybody from the Latrice Island sector that came through. Greatly appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll just like when dealing with that lady Myjahnee, I'll just like I'm like I seen those types. I don't want to fuck with that bullshit. You know what I mean? And one thing personally I can't stand a motherfucking sore loser ass motherfucker professional victim. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's giving to me. It's giving professional fucking victim. You feel me? And that's why people are bullies. If you're saying you're being bullied, where bullies are targeting you, you're in a sector where motherfuckers bully, and you're claiming to be that you're claiming to be her, and you're not her. You're not her. All right, y'all. We done belabored enough. Shout out to everybody. Let's see what it likes at before we go. See what it likes at before we go. I greatly appreciate everybody coming through. But before we leave, let's get the likes up. Before we. So we got, yeah, y'all did a good job. Let's try to get it up to 300. We got 280 likes. I greatly appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a great stream. I'll be back soon. I'll be back on the thing. I just want to be honest, and before I go, I've been, if you notice, let me go here. If you notice, let me turn off the Windows share. Yeah, if you notice a lot of the AI I've been using, that's old. But if you notice a lot of stuff that I've been using as of late has been upscaled. You see the man moving, things like that. A lot more stuff like that is going to be coming out. I got a license from Black Forest Labs to use certain type of AI software, especially image software. And, you know, this is lightweight right here. But I have a lot of stuff coming down the pike. That's old right there, so don't pay that no mind. But we have a lot of new stuff that's coming down the pike that is going to blow y'all mind. And so, as a content creator, I think it's very, very important for everybody that is one to get into AI. I did say I want to talk to. I'm here for it. I'm gonna show her how to start with it. It's very simple, and a lot of people can just start on their cell phone. You can make your own images, things like that. You know what I mean? And so, just want to show y'all that. We're gonna get up out of here. Hit that like button. What's going on, Tiffany? What's going on? But yes, get that. Y'all get into the AI thing. I do have a gaming computer. I have about 3 of them actually. I have 4 of them actually. So I have different computers for different workflows, stuff like that. But this one that I go live on is the most powerful one because it's when I go streaming on it, it's flawless. You know what I'm saying? But when I do my most powerful AI stuff, I gotta turn all of the webcam stuff off in order to give full power to the computer to do the AI stuff. So, but I want y'all to start learning about it. You know what I mean? It's the future. All right. I appreciate everybody came through. Shout out to everybody from all different sectors, black sector, beef sector, Latrice Allen sector, especially today. Appreciate and love y'all coming through. Who else we had? Beef sector, of course, and street sector. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. And thank y'all. Peace.